Good morning. Well, I decided I'm going to go ahead and make one of the original line coffees this morning. This is the Vanilla Eclair. So let me tell you something a little bit interesting about the original line versus the Vertuo line. The Vertuo capsules are the ones that are shaped like this. The original shaped like this. The original line has less coffee because it's usually made for espressos, which are just 1.35 ounces. There are espressos on the Vertuo line that you can make. Here's an example of an espresso capsule on the Vertuo line, 1.35 ounces. But the Vertuo line makes the coffee by spinning it around, and it achieves the pressure of, pressing that water through the coffee by spinning, whereas the original line does it with real pressure. So, kind of like they do it in Europe. Anyway, so that's something interesting, a difference to note. May make a difference to you in the taste. Of course, everybody's taste is different. Okay, the other thing is the original line coffees have been around for so long that Nespresso no longer holds the patent to them. So other companies can and do make capsules for the original line machines. So there's more variety, there's more price competition with your original line. So this morning, I'm going to make, this is Vanilla Eclair. And I went ahead, I've got my original line advent calendar here. I'm going to start opening that later, but I'll do it on YouTube so I don't spoil anything for anyone on Facebook. Okay, I went ahead and opened up my laptop and I looked up Vanilla Eclair, okay? And there's all kinds of information here. Apparently, this is made from Brazilian and Colombian Arabicas, okay? And if you remember, when we talked about Arabica coffee versus Robusta a few days ago, Arabica tends to have more complex and sweeter flavors. A lot of people prefer Arabica over Robusta, which can be harsher, and although it is used in a lot of espressos, Robusta has more caffeine. Anyway, so I don't want to talk too long. I want to get down to business here. So I'm just going to, I've got some milk over here, some coconut almond milk in my frother. So I'm just going to start that going. And I don't have a small cup yet, so I'll use this one, which this Pixie accommodates because you can flip up the drip tray. Okay, I close it, and I'll push the espresso button. So this coffee has come out, you can see, nice and hot. Look at all that steam rising from it. That's it. That's 1.35 ounces. You can see the crema on top. Okay. So I'm going to take the tiniest little itty-bitty sip of this because if I take too much of a sip, there's not going to be anything left. Oh, this is a very mild espresso. Excuse me. Oh, good. My frothed milk is ready. Let me go get it. Okay, so this is coconut almond milk. Not a very inspiring froth here. Look at this. The oat milk does so much better. That's okay though. Still hot milk. So this is very mild. It's called a barista creation. So the coffee was blended, the Latin American Arabicas, and they do whatever they do. And by the way, on this web page that I have, it tells you about the origin of the coffee beans, how it was roasted, the aromatic profile, and then they added a vanilla flavoring to it. Okay, should I pour all this in? I don't want to totally dilute it. Let's try this. And remember, if you are putting milk from a frother, if you haven't made cold froth, if you've made hot froth, be careful. The other day, my daughter was going to come over so she could try the original line coffees, but we couldn't do it because she had had a cup of coffee earlier that morning and she had stuck it in the microwave because she was going out the door to run some errands, and she didn't stir it up real well. Oh, she burned her tongue. Oh my gosh, so you don't want to burn your tongue on your lovely coffee. This does have a very nice flavor. You know what? When I was a little girl, look at that, very sorry kind of froth from this. Oh well. My grandmother, when I would go over to her house, she would make me a cup of coffee. So it would be, in those days, people didn't use mugs. They used, what we would call teacups these days. So she would fill it up with milk. And then she'd put in a few teaspoons of coffee. Coffee that had already been brewed. So it was having a little coffee with my milk, really. This actually reminds me of that. I might have overdone it with the milk some. But you know what I'm going to do? I got some new, well, they're not new, but, new for me. I got some coconut skinny syrup. Oh, golly, let me see. Do I have any vanilla here? Let me take a look. It would be nice. I know, I could enhance the vanilla with some vanilla extract, but I also want to add a little sweetness. Let's see, I've got pumpkin pie, rocky road, cinnamon dolce, raspberry chai, simple syrup, mermaid syrup, cherry, toasted marshmallow, coconut. I think I'm going to put in some of the coconut. I like coconut and vanilla. So, it is just so much fun trying out these coffees and also starting to learn about them. And to understand, I know for those of you who know all about coffee, you're probably saying, oh, she's just appreciating the fact that there are Arabicas and there are Robustas and the difference between them. Well, I'm taking it slow. Whoa, phone almost tipped off. Okay, let me get a spoon. I will remember with my hand-blown double-walled glass mug, I'm going to start with a plastic spoon so I don't break any. I broke one just like this. The awful thing was when I broke it, it was the inside layer. See how there's obviously an inside part and then the outside part? The inside layer it fractured from stirring it with a metal spoon. And I had my coffee in it and I looked down and all of a sudden this kind of bubble popped up and I thought, whoa, that's strange. And then when I picked it up, I saw that the coffee was starting to fill in this area because the bottom inside part had cracked. Oh my gosh, I'm glad I noticed that before I started drinking it. Well, anyway, so interesting things even with cups of coffee can happen. Oh my goodness, this is yummy. Wow. I'm just really glad I'm getting to try the original line coffees from Nespresso. And later I will break open that advent calendar. And I don't want to give anything away. I do not want to spoil it. Because if I was waiting until December 1st, I wouldn't want someone to spoil it for me. The reason I'm not waiting is because in a few days I'm flying off to Germany for a month. So I need to kind of get an early start because I won't have that with me. So I'm gonna probably do 2 a day when I start breaking that open, so that when I come back, I'll be up to date and be able to pick back up on December 15th. Okay, well listen, I hope you have a wonderful day. I hope you enjoy your coffee today. Talk to you later.